Meanwhile, IDF has issued an urgent warning to the residents of South Lebanon after ceasefire came into force. It informed that IDF remains deployed in its positions inside southern Lebanon and that people are prohibited from heading towards the villages that the IDF has ordered to be evacuated or towards IDF forces in the area. It advised that citizens must refrain from moving to the area for their own safety. And DD India's Akshay Dongre joins us for more on this. Well, Akshay, all to the world welcomes the much-awaited truce. IDF, on the other hand, has issued an urgent warning to the residents of South Lebanon after ceasefire came into force today morning. How do we see this, and what are the terms of the agreement?
Well, Lipakshi, let's talk about the terms of the agreement first. They are quite clear by all the sides. When the ceasefire agreement was finalized, and as the Israeli cabinet has given its go-ahead for it as well, the terms are that the Israeli defense forces that are present in the southern part of Lebanon will in fact evacuate the region in a phased manner. Now that means that all the Israeli forces that are present in Lebanon right now will return back to the Israeli territory. The Hezbollah, militants that are present there in that particular region will move northwards of the Litani River that divides the north and the southern part of Lebanon, which means that there will be a buffer zone created between the North Lebanon and the Israeli territory that will be the southern part of the country. Now, who exactly is going to monitor this particular region? So the answer that was given in the ceasefire agreement was that the Lebanese armed forces, the Lebanese Army, will now move towards the southern part of this of Litani River, south of Litani River. That means that they will be, in fact, manning this particular area, the buffer zone that has been created, along with the international organizations that will be monitoring the de-escalation process. Now, yes, this is a good news as far as the escalation is concerned. Finally, after the escalations took place when Hezbollah started firing or rather intensifying their attacks inside the Israeli territory, or the Israeli defense forces are moving into the country of Lebanon to operate against the Hezbollah targets. It seemed that these operations could spiral out of control, could lead to a much wider escalation of the conflict. Now it seems that there is some hope after all.
Right, Akshay. Also, if we talk about the long-term impact, what will be the potential long-term impact of this on the Middle East particularly, and how the armed groups of factions within the Gaza, such as Hamas, responding to the truce agreement, as the truce will allow IDF to focus more on Gaza and on the Iranian threat?
Well, it seems that there is no local stand-by of rather Hamas on this ceasefire agreement. Yes, you are right that the IDF will now get free hand. Rather, they can now focus on operations in Gaza. In fact, the Israeli Prime Minister has also said that the operation against Hamas inside Gaza will be intensified as their focus now shifts back to Gaza from the southern part of Lebanon and from fight against Hezbollah, be it in Lebanon or in Iran. So now the operations will be intensified. Israel has vowed to continue its operations against the Hamas targets now, but it seems that this is a bittersweet deal that has finally come, especially for Hamas when it comes to the operations are concerned, because now again, once the focus will be on Hamas, but that this also means that we can see some kind of de-escalation in the West Asian region now, that includes both the Hezbollah that's operating from Lebanon and the Hezbollah officials that are operating from Iran as well. So finally, some news for de-escalation, but it remains to be seen that till when the ceasefire can be maintained, because it has been clarified from the Israeli side that if there is an attempt to rearm Hamas, if there is an attempt to rearm the region of southern Lebanon, then and if the terms of the ceasefire are broken, then they will again launch their operations in that particular territory.
All right, Akshay. So the big question still remains till when the ceasefire can be maintained. Thank you so much for all those details.